Hey everyone, how's it going? Zach Adler here at WayofTheZach. Thank you for tuning in once again. It has been a while since I've done just a regular video, apart from my 7 Sins of Wet Shaving video, which I want to apologize for. Not because I did it, but because I'm really embarrassed by the quality of the video. It was out of focus. The background music was way louder than the audio, so there were times when you couldn't hear me at all. And I know for a fact it's not my best work. It's quite sloppy, and I do truly apologize for that. So in the future, I will be much more diligent about having background music that's much quieter than the regular audio, or just not having it at all, because sometimes it's not even necessary. And that just, yeah, that was a bit of a train wreck, and I'm embarrassed about that. So, that being said, I'm going to do a just regular shave video, give you some updates, what's new in my life, what's going on with yours, and we'll see where it takes us. A couple of quick shout-outs before I get into the actual shave. The first is to Mr. Brad Shore. You, sir, are wonderful. You sent me a Merkur 1904 OC. This is my first ever open comb. I'm very, very excited to try this. And Douglas Smythe, you were totally right. This head totally fits this body. However, this handle is a little heavier, so I'm going to start with the original. And maybe in the future, swap it out. That's the beauty of a 3-piece razor, right? Beautiful handle. You're not going to see that. My camera's not the best at autofocusing, but open comb. Really nice kind of Art Deco handle, nicely weighted, a lot smaller than the Edwin Jagger. It's also, I'm using a Israeli Persona or a Crystal Super Platinum blade in here because I love these blades, and I'm using a lot of new products this shave, and I need at least one variable that I know works well, so so I'm just not out in the blue in case something does happen to go wrong, which I sincerely doubt it will. But I do know that obviously open combs are much more aggressive, and my first time using it, there might be a bit of a learning curve. But nonetheless, it's still an absolutely beautiful razor, and I want to thank you once again, Brad Shore. Wonderful gentleman to do business with. Reach out to him on the Facebook groups. If he ever has anything for trade or for sell, I highly encourage you to do business with him. Wonderful guy. Next is Frank Smith. I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back, a couple of months ago, he did he posted a post on Facebook on a couple of the wet shaving groups saying, hey, a couple of gentlemen really helped me out in a time of need when I was struggling financially, and other little things like that, and now that I'm back on my feet, I'd like to pay it forward. So anyone who is, in my similar situation, reach out to me, and I will be more than glad to help you and see what I can do. So I did. And he was kind enough to finally send me a tub of Parasso Red sandalwood shaving cream. And you guys know how much I love sandalwood, much like David Gonzalez. I have not tried it yet, Frank, but I sincerely appreciate you doing this for me and the blades. I promise I will use this in a future video with one of the Wilkinson sword blades you have, or one of the Wilkinson sword pack, or the Wilkinson sword pack blade you sent me. I do already have another pack of Wilkinson sword, but I love, after using that brand of blade, I love that type of blade, so be on the lookout for that. And obviously it's now my turn to pay it forward, so when the time comes, if anybody out there who watches this is looking to get into wet shaving, or just needs or wants that extra product, whatever it may be, please feel free to reach out and let me know, and I will do everything in my power I can to make that a reality for you. So, Frank Smith, another wonderful gentleman. Next guy is Evan Smith. I just saw yesterday you subscribed to my channel and you liked my 7 Deadly Sins of Wet Shaving video, and I sincerely appreciate you doing both of those. I think I've seen you maybe once or twice, either on one of the Facebook groups or maybe on YouTube. Apparently I watched your most recent, your giveaway video, even though I had never really watched or really paid attention to your channel until yesterday, as weird as that sounds. But it's really cool to see another young guy embrace this hobby and be so passionate about this hobby, and get many more of the people of our generation into this, because it's a better way. Wet shaving is a better way to shave. So thank you very much for that. I watched all of your videos yesterday. I got some really good insight on fragrances, and a couple of shaving creams I've been trying, or I've been wanting to try, like Dapper Dragon Blood Orange. So with your recommendation, I will definitely be pulling the trigger on those as soon as I can. I also have a couple questions for you, just outside of wet shaving, so I'll send you a private message on YouTube, and maybe we can connect and talk a little more. So, Evan Smith, thank you very much. Next is Shantae, aka Chantilly Lace, on Facebook. I'm not, calling you out or anything, but I just think it's really cool that a couple of weeks ago, just through talking, or even the shaving tag video, I'm not really sure how, but found out that we both live in Oregon. We both live up in the Great Pacific Northwest. So it's always cool to have another shaving brother, or in this case, shaving sister, in the same region as me. So yeah, I just think that's really cool, because for the longest time I thought I was the only one. And then finally is Mr. Chad Tigard. I've called you out before, and I just want to thank you again for piffing me the last maybe 4 or 5 different Katie's Bubbles fragrances you have, including the one that I'm using today, everyone's favorite, or seems to be everyone's favorite, Katie's Bubbles LPV. I have not used this yet, and I did say in my wet shaving tag video that I would use this come my next shave, so that's what I'm doing now. And yeah, all around great guy. Thank you very much for them. I'll be using that, and then probably the Parasso Red, and then probably followed by the Fruit Loops, Katie's Bubbles, and then we'll go from there. And any of the ones I didn't like this round, I gave to my girlfriend, who I think I'm slowly whittling down to finally give in and give wet shaving a try, whether that's me getting her a razor, whether it's a blue or a pink Lady Gillette, or her getting one herself. I don't know, but I think I'm slowly but surely converting her. I hate that word. Well, I don't like the connotation that word generally is associated with in this context, but you know what I'm getting at. So thank you to all those gentlemen, and let's finally get on with the shave, because this video is probably already like 5 minutes. And Busta, yeah, you said you probably have one of the longest Seven Sins videos. Well, mine is 19 minutes and like 5 seconds. There's only one other gentleman who has me beat by maybe like 5 to 10 seconds, but I have you beat, sir. So, although I don't know if that's necessarily a something to brag about. But anyway, I thought I'd bring that up. So, we got the Merkur in 1904. I took the liberty of already applying Noxzema as a pre-shave to my face. And we're going to use the good old Wee Scott. I've been using my Boar brush, my Semogue 830. Yeah, 830 a lot, so I figured I would do this and go for a face lather. Because it also pairs pretty well with the Merkur in regards to size. So anyway, let's get on with the shave. Time waits for no man. It is a horrible, horrible, crappy weather day outside. It's supposed to rain all weekend, and I did have plans, not super big plans, but part of it involved being outside, so I can't really do that anymore. But obviously that's one of the joys of living in Oregon. Although I am glad I don't have to deal with snow. So probably just overloaded the brush, but that's okay. I really wish I could also bloom this soap too. But seeing as how it's in an easy dose bag, that's kind of hard to do. Granted, maybe I could have poured a little in and shook it. I don't know. I should still get really good results with it, doing it this way nonetheless. Just dip it in a little bit. Good smell. It's hard to place what exactly LPV smells like because, you know, Chris Cullen makes these creations that no one else has ever really thought of. So they're very hard to you know, put into like a commonplace type of I honestly have no idea what I'm getting at there. It's just it's hard to place what it smells like, but it does smell very good. Okay, set that down for now. Here we go. Inaugural shave with a Merkur 1904 with a crystal blade. So for anyone who's curious, wow, I'm not used to a handle that small. I may need to use some alum to keep my grip. Rid of some of this extra water first. Okay. My apologies. So for anyone who is curious, I'm Jewish, so tonight will be the 16th, 17, 18, 19, 20, the 5th night or the 6th night, I believe. And, well, I haven't, well, I've gotten a couple of presents already from my mother. Which I will put to very good use. I got a knife sharpening kit, so I can finally sharpen some kitchen knives. I got a Write in the Rain pen and notebook, which is very good up here in the Pacific Northwest if you're outside and you want to take notes. The paper is coated with something special that lets you write even while it's wet, and it won't smear off and do any of the other things that a normal notebook would do. Yeah, I got. Trying to remember what else. Oh, a remote for this camera, so now I can take selfies or whatever I please just by pressing the shutter button on the remote instead of having to do it directly in the camera. Which would be good if I ever want to do time-lapse photography or nighttime photography, especially nighttime time-lapse photography. What else did I get? You know what, whatever, it doesn't matter, I'll go back on my second pass. So I'm going to let this drain, refill, and cut to the beginning of my second pass, and we'll go from there. So okay, and I am back. I'm lathered up again and ready to go for my second pass. I just remembered the last item or Hanukkah gift that I've gotten from my mother is a pair of Koss earbuds. And most, if not all, of these items came from the Art of Manliness stocking stuffer gift idea wish list. Like these aren't extravagant or big gifts by any means, but they're all utilitarian and they all serve purposes that I will definitely be doing at some point, or I'm gonna need them at some point. So and yeah, I mean, aren't those the best gifts? The ones that you actually use and continue to use to the point where they end up paying for themselves. I think so. So, yeah. Alright. Against the grain. Being careful not to cut into my mustache, because yeah, it's finally at a point where it's getting really long, it's getting bushier, and I can actually style it and use mustache wax. And that's something else I've been really wanting is mustache wax, especially what is it? Man's face grooming stuff. It's they're based right in Portland, and I've smelled a couple of their products before in a haberdashery, John Helmer's haberdashery to be specific. In Portland, and they all smell really good. They've got gin and tonic. They've got original. Original, I think, is just a really light beeswax. One smells like gin and tonic. There's one called, I think it's All Nighter, and it's got coffee, frankincense, pipe tobacco, and a couple other things, and it sounds like something I would really enjoy. So I really want to give that a go. And if for whatever reason I can't get that, obviously I can always get some Dandy Candy from How to Grow Mustache, aka now PAA. So. Alright, second pass in the books. I think simply because this was my first time using this comb, or this an open comb razor, because I know I nick myself. I can see that I nick myself a couple of times. I'm only going to do 2 passes because that's actually what I'm pretty used to and accustomed to. And I've noticed that in my past couple of videos, when I've done 3, I've gotten major stinging. Let me clean my face off, and then we will get to my post-shave and final comments and end this video. So stay tuned. And I'm back. I'm going to round things out with good old Thayer's Original Witch Hazel, and follow that by something I've been wanting to try for a while, Floyd Amber. This is from Gary Sample Shop too, by the way. If you haven't checked it out, please do so. Okay. Got the Thayer set. Nice. And I'm really excited to try this because I just haven't been able to yet, and I think it will pair very well with the scent of LPV. Okay, yeah, it's very similar to Clubman. It's richer, it's darker, if that makes sense. So maybe it's the amber that I'm attracted to in Clubman. I think if Clubman does have amber. Wow, almost no burning. I'm shocked. Granted, it's, you know, obviously there's not all that much. This is like a, I don't know how much sample, but I like it. It's floral, but dark, and I don't know. It's just it's warming, and it's nice on a. Pardon me, on a day like today where it's just super gloomy, raining, you know, get you down in the dumps type of thing. It definitely helps to pick you up. And there's I don't know if anybody else suffers from this, but it is a disease or an ailment called SAD disorder, seasonal affliction disorder. You know, when the weather gets bad, it affects your mood slightly or greatly. And in my case, it used to be greatly when I first moved up here, but over the years I've gotten better at managing it and dealing with it. You know, as long as I stay productive, have the lights on, yeah, you know, keep my mind occupied. If I'm not thinking about it, then it obviously doesn't affect me all that much. So, yeah, I'm happy with the shave. Overall, it's pretty good. I wouldn't say baby butt smooth, but definitely did the job. Beautiful razor. Blade worked wonderfully. It was totally predictable, as always, because I love crystal blades. They were the first blade I ever tried, and definitely not the last. Oh, and also, I can't remember who I was talking to, but they sent me a link to Amazon where you can buy 120 of them for like $20. So if anybody else really enjoys that blade, I know CBD does. Just off the top of my head, yeah, I know where you can get them on Amazon. A lot of them on Amazon for a very good price. So if you're interested, reach out to me. Yeah, I feel like there's something else I want to say or address or talk about, but honestly, I can't remember. So I'm gonna keep this short and sweet and let everybody go. So Zach Adler at WayofTheZach. Hope you're all doing well. Holidays are finally in full swing upon us, so, you know, wear your ugly Christmas sweater, go to that party, give that gift to your sweetheart or significant other or whoever that you love and is near and dear to your heart. Eat, drink, be merry, all that good stuff, and let's make 2015 in the wet shaving community even better than it was now. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.